Alright, I'm back now. So let's go over law number 2. I believe that's where we left off. Um, oh, this is law of self-knowledge and not just law of knowledge. Um, Knowing yourself, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, because then you know what you can do and what you can't do. This allows you to apply that knowledge to a lot of different things. Um, all external control is a reflection of internal mastery. Balance. Your strength and weakness is balance, like I was saying, means acknowledging them without judgment. This prevents blind spots and accidental things that sabotage the projects. Um, Knowing yourself allows you to predict how you'll react under stress, and allows you to project what you think you can do. Uh, it's the ultimate tactical advantage if you know your own limits. You can never really be defeated by external circumstances if you do know those. Uh, a leader who knows they have a short temper can put systems in place to delegate heated communications because they have self knowledge. Mapping. If you know that your strength is creative work in the morning and your weakness is administrative work in the afternoon, you can schedule your day to align with the internal nature. And this is the law of knowledge applied to your own biology. Um, so law of knowledge focuses on the subject, the what, while self knowledge focuses on the who. Um, the law three, um, law of cause and effect. Same actions will yield same results. Control every aspect and control the result. You ultimately you can't control every variable. However, getting as close as possible will recreate the same outcome as when you did it. Um, this becomes your experience and a habit formation and for success. Once you know it works for you, you keep doing it. Just like you don't fix a toy that's not broken. You know that it would work. So that is what Law 3 is all about. Law 4, Law of Synchronicity. Um, the Law of Consistent Results focuses on the precision required to move from a random outcome to a guaranteed one. Uh, this principle emphasizes that controlling every aspect is the only way to eliminate unexpected variables. By ensuring that specific actions happen at the same time, you create a shared event that binds those actions to a single predictable outcome. Redundant success. The repetition in your notes, same action, same outcome, serves as a mantra for the protocol. Consistency is not an accident, it is a controlled synchronization. On to Law 11. Having mastered the synchronization actions in Law 4, we now move on to the Law of Names. This is the law of definition and establishes that to control a variable, you must be able to identify and define it accurately. This suggests that when you name something, you bind it to its properties. And in that fact, knowing the true name or precise definition of a concept gives you a handle to grasp. All a true name is a name that binds everything you are, not just one side of you. Like a name that is one side of you would be somebody being called Dad. Where the name Harry, for instance, which is mine, is me as a person. And then my name Runeker would be more along the lines of a true name, true self. It's the more of who I am. In any field or study, a diagnosis or technical term is a name. A mechanic who knows the name of a specific broken part can fix a car immediately. A person who only knows the car is broken has no control. The name bridges the gap between the problem and the solution. Law 12. The law of words. This is law of manifestation through utterance. Certain words are able to alter the internal and external realities of uttering it. Power may rest in sound, not just words. If you yell something at somebody rather than just say it, you're going to get two totally different outcomes. That's basically what this is saying. But also know in the fact that what you say in those words also plays a part. If you say, no, I hate you, I want you to, go do this or that, you're not going to get a positive outcome as you say, hey, I was just wondering, could you possibly do this next time? Two totally different outcomes, but pretty much the same exact meaning. In a community, the way to phrase an invitation determines external reality of engagement. Use words of power that, draws people in. Law 13. The law of personal citation. This is the law of personification. It transforms how a practitioner interacts with their environment by treating abstract forces as sentient beings. This suggests that everything from a recording technical bug to the sprint of the community possesses a unique character, personalizing it to a phenomenon. Vitalistic perception. This law states that nothing in your project is truly dead or purely mechanical. Every part has its own life and behavioral patterns. By treating a phenomenon as a person or entity, you can use social and psychological strategies to manage it. This moves the practitioner from a position of user to a position of partner. You do not use a tool, you build a relationship with its personality to ensure it performs at its best. Example, naming the resistance. When a person feels a lack of motivation, they can personify it as feeling as a lazy gatekeeper instead of being frustrated by the vague emotion. They can talk to the gatekeeper, negotiate a compromise, and move past the block. 119. Law of personal universes. Every person lives in and creates their own universe, therefore no two are 100% the same. My reality and your reality are two totally different things. They're unique. And that's where truth is subjective. Because what my truth is might not be what your truth is, but it's still the truth nonetheless. This law explains why communication is often difficult when you are not just speaking to one another. One person, you are attempting to bridge the gap between two entirely different universes. Conflict resolution. Most conflicts arise when two people believe they are looking at the same reality and disagree on it. Applying Law 19 allows you to see that they are actually looking at two different realities. Instead of arguing over who is right, you can seek to understand the laws governing their specific universe. Understand that just because they say this is the truth for them doesn't make your truth any less valid. Law of pragmatism. If a behavior works for you, then it is your truth and your reality. Utility as truth. This principle dictates that the value of an idea is measured solely by its practical application. Validation. If a specific mindset or ritual allows you to achieve a goal, then that mindset has then become true for its effectiveness. Flexibility, what works and therefore true, may change as your project or personal universe evolves. Unconventional creative processes. An artist might believe that they can only create when they follow a specific nonsensical routine, according to Law 21, because that behavior works to unlock their creativity. It is functional and necessary truth for their reality. On the Law 15. The Law of Manifestation states having an image in your mind helps control the final result. It's the operational mechanism for Law 7 and Law 9. It says that the final result of any project is not determined by the end of the process, but by the clarity of the temple held in the mind during the beginning and middle phases. To manifest is to force the external world to match an internal blueprint. Blueprint mandate. This principle dictates that reality requires a mold to fill. Without a clear mental image, the manifestation result will be chaotic or fragmented because the control has no reference point. Holding the image is described as an act of control, not just imagination. It is a tether that provides the law of unintended outcome, Law 28, which we have not gone over yet, and directs it toward the specific shape defined by the mind. An architect does not just start building, they create a blueprint. Throughout the construction, every worker refers back to that image. The final result is a manifestation of the original mental and paper image. If the images follow perfectly, the builder has controlled the reality and controlled the outcome. User interface mockups. In game development or app design, we create mockups or wireframes. These are mental images made physical. The closer the developer keeps the final code to that original mockup image, the more they control the user's experience and software's function. Alright, I'm going to once again stop, take a break, and I will come back later. I'm losing my voice and I gotta stop for a minute.